Here. How's everybody doing today? Happy Mother's Day. What's going on, mamas? Happy Mother's Day, everyone. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Pardon me, pardon me. Happy Mother's Day. How you guys doing as y'all coming in? Hey, hit the screen as you guys are coming in. Hit the screen. Got that Gucci. Yes, sir. And I sell these too. I do. And I got a Versace over there that I sell. Yes, 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 yes. Come on in, come on in. How y'all doing on Facebook? What's going on? How you doing Instagram? YouTube? And of course KH5. How you guys doing over on TikTok? Hit the screen, let's run up the hearts. Let's get ready to talk about something really quick, really quick. Now, of course, you know my platform is female-based. Every one of my viewers, everyone who's on here, majority of you all are ladies. I have every now and then a couple of men to come in. What's going on? And I got even less kings come on to the channel, you know, because we kind of building everything up and kind of rebranding some stuff for the King Hulk channel. Now, my main channel, Michael the Hulk 50, letter N. Michael the Hulk 50 and the letter N. It's my main channel, TikTok. Go over there with all the videos and uploads and all that. The live channel is always going to be the KH5. How y'all doing? The King Hulk KH5 channel. And then, of course, on Facebook is my regular channel, Michael Coleman. On Instagram is Michael the Hulk 50 and up Coleman. And then on YouTube, it's finally Michael Coleman also. All right. Hey, appreciate you guys coming on. Those y'all that's coming in, we're going to have a really brief talk. You know, a lot of you all have what we call paid the price for a good name. You paid the price for your character that has been built. You paid the price for your integrity that has been intact. And you don't like nobody to play with those different elements of your life that make you who you are. And I'm going to tell you right now, man, you know, y'all seen all this beef with Kendrick and all them and different other rappers and 50 Cent and jumping in on chiming in on stuff. You know, you got a lot of people just going through a lot of things and people are beefing. Some of it's entertaining, some of it's just to run the algorithm up. You even got Shannon Sharp and Shaq talking some noise. And all that's cool, but when I kind of listen to what everyone is talking about, it's really just protecting their brand. It's protecting their name. It's protecting what they have built and what they have established. And you know, one thing I kind of found out in life, you're not going to be able to please everybody. That's so true, we know that. But even the ones that say that they cool with you, you know, some people, they're cool with you this moment, doesn't mean they're going to be cool with you all your life. So, ladies, this is to the ladies. Listen, there's something that's more valuable than your sex, something more valuable than your body, something more valuable than just the natural nature of who you are, and that is your glory. And that is a divine thing that's given to you by your creator, whoever you want to subscribe and who you believe in, that is giving you a uniqueness that you bring to the table outside of lips, hips, and fingertips. And that is your ability to really make the family shine, make that man look good, if you please. Also make the concept and the different things that might be assigned to that family something that can be done, and other people will emulate it and want it to be done. The man, when he comes into the family, he comes not only with love, but he also comes with security. He comes with being able to be vulnerable with him. He comes as a protector. He becomes as a provider, providing more than just money. He don't just bring his wallet, but he's supposed to bring even the essence of who he is, as being able to be intelligent, as someone who is very in tune, and someone who's very balanced, right? Good afternoon, baby. So when you're looking at what both parties bring to the table, women, you cannot afford to let anyone snatch your glory. You've worked hard for your integrity. You worked hard to keep a good name. You know, you survived the whole, oh, she just being what we used to call back in the day fast. Then they started calling y'all whores, and they started calling y'all, you know, easy and all this. You survived the whole side chick scandals. You survived just being something quick, easy, and fast for somebody to hit. Now, I'm not saying that you was perfect. Yeah, you've had sex. You've done this some stuff. You done had your little wild moment. But in overall, you've protected your name, your brand. Men, you know, you survived the whole all men's a dog and men ain't no good and all men want to do is to jump on top of you. You survived all of that. You survived not having enough money, always bumming, having daddy and mommy issues. You survived all that. Not saying you didn't have some times when some of that stuff was reality. You might not have did it as big, or you only had just a phase of it in your life, but you survived it and you really pretty much kept you in contact and intact. Your name, your brand. Like for me, the Coleman name was something that was attacked for years because unfortunately, as well as my great-grandfather, my grandfather did, being the chief of the Cherokee Nation, they had some stuff that they did when they got that old corn whiskey in them, you know, and they're smoking that so-called peace pipe. They got a lot of stuff about them where they ended up, you know, making the name kind of bad. And unfortunately, my father was an abuser, as my grandfather was, to my grandmother and to my mom. And that made them have a bad name among the family, even somewhat among the community, because they carried that old foolishness over into other relationships. And, you know, unfortunately, that was just the name that kind of got carried over into it. So when me and my brother ended up getting old enough to start dating and start really having a relationship with God, having a relationship with women, we started trying to restore. We started trying to restore and try to bring our name back up, right? So one of the things that I did is that I started protecting the name by making sure that I was always someone that could be repeated in what I said. I didn't subscribe. If y'all trying to figure out what I'm doing, TikTok has it now, like with Instagram, you can say hi to people when they come in. But I wasn't subscribing into the whole let you formulate an opinion about me kind of thing. I really didn't give a damn what people thought about me that they formulated. I wanted you to know from the horse's mouth exactly who I am, what I do, what I don't do, what I put up with, what I don't put up with, how I play, how I don't play, what I play with, and what I don't play with kind of thing. That way you ain't got to have no assumptions when you walk up on me and we talk and we engage. So if you come foul, you'll get foul. If you come correct, you're going to get much respect. And one of the things I pride myself on is always being the first one to respect the other person. Because I can't really keep asking people to respect me if I'm not demonstrating what respect is. Some people don't know really how to respect you because they don't know what level of respect that you are needing or that you command or demand, right? They're only respecting you based upon past friendships, past relationships. So they need to get to know you. Who's the best person to tell them is you? Now, some of y'all are subscribing to this new movement of I don't want to give too much information because then you use that information to be what I tell you to be and not genuinely you. From a professional standpoint, because I am a licensed 31 plus years relationship counselor, I understand, I see where you're going with that. Let me tell you something. If you got to be that cautious with the person that's engaged in conversation with you, you might not want to talk to them, period. Because if you really can't give a person your expectation, and you can't really get a person to know you for who you are, by being able to share with them, these are things that I do, these are things that I like, these are things that I don't like, these are things that I will put up with, these are things I won't put up with from the get-go, then maybe that's not the right person for you to talk to. If you feel like, well, I just want to see how a person's going to act right off the bat, you're telling them, listen to what you're saying. I want you to treat me how you normally would treat a situation. Stop. How you normally would treat a situation, which you want them to treat you like their past that they're used to. Now, maybe their past put up with some of that stuff, but you're not. So to be fair in conversation, there is some things you might want to let them be known up front that you don't deal with narcissists. You don't deal with abusers, you don't deal with liars, you don't deal with people who are not in tune and not emotionally attached to the situation, that they always divert things and stuff. They need to kind of know that. because maybe the last person wasn't the emotional person. You know, in my career, I found out, and this was shocking to me, that there were certain men really not emotionally attached. They didn't know how to love. Like, they didn't never had a mama to hug them. Like, what the hell? What? They had a mama. Now, even my mama was like hardcore in the sense of, develop me as a man to a point of what she could, right? But the hug was, I mean, what? That's a natural, that's a natural affection that 90% of women in the population normally would just give that, because that's DNA in women. Now, if a woman ain't hugging her kid or hugging her mate, some really foul stuff has happened, and they probably shouldn't have had no children. We know that God doesn't want to put them there, so maybe God put the child there to start teaching this person how to be more loving, huggable, and whatnot. And if they bypass that opportunity by not giving that to their children, I feel sorry. What you don't need to do is try to be the mom in that situation. You need to get that person help, professional help, before even engaging in a relationship with them. Because what they're going to do is try to get you to become something that you're not. I was sharing with them today, don't let nothing or nobody take your glory away. You women cannot buy into this whole you being feminine with a masculine character or a masculine trait, or you accepting masculine with a feminine trait. No, don't let, because what that's doing is removing you from the position that you have as being the glory covering of your husband. Now listen to me. The man, yes, is the head if God is his head. If God ain't his head, the man ain't the head. Don't get it twisted. God never said because you're a male, you already automatically the head. He didn't say male, he said man. And the reason why some of y'all women can be the head of your family with a male in your house, because he ain't a man. That's how you can be feminine, but yet have to be masculine, because what you have in your house is a male that's not a man. So you now have to become masculine, man, even in a male's presence, which is not what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be 100% glory, which covers the man as he's covered by God. So he's still your head as God is his head, but you become the glow. You become the thing that's attractive. You become the thing that causes him to have the power of persuasion, that when he goes into certain negotiations with certain people, they say, man, I don't know what it is about you, man, but I want to do business with you. I want to engage. It's because you have a glow. And if you are the glory, the glow, then certain thoughts that come to him, before it gets to him, it has to go through you. And if those thoughts are not beneficial for the family, you can propel them away from him, because he's too focused on making sure that the family works. That's why let's go back to some time ago when I was telling you all, some of y'all say that you're ready to be in a relationship, but you're bringing single concepts into a relationship, and the word relationship means you relate with another, not with yourself. If you want to relate with yourself, you need to stay single. But if you're trying to relate to another and y'all both trying to be on the same ship or come into agreement, there are some sacrifices that you have to make sure that that man stays focused for the family. If you're not his priority, why the hell are you in his life? If you're not his priority, why are you in his life? The priority becomes the very person or the very thing that supersedes all things. God first, then the mate. Let me tell you something. You got some people that have subscribed and, okay, I know God where he sits, but my kid comes next. No, the hell they do. No, ma'am. Your husband, your spouse, your wife, whoever that spouse is in your life, comes that priority. If they're in your relationship. Now, here's what I know some of y'all just really messed up here when I heard what I said. I'm not talking about if you already have children and you're dating someone who's trying to get to that place. I'm talking about if the father of those children are in your life, or the mother of their children is in your life, then the mother and the father are the priority over the children, because you can make new children, but you can't make another one of him or her. So it's God, the spouse, the children, then friends, and everybody else. Because even God has said that when the two come together, let the husband, the man, leave his mother and father. The wife has already left because now she's taken upon the husband's name. And then they go populate by having the children, so the children don't come first. The parents is the one who produced the children. Now, if you already have a child and you're dating a new female or you're dating a new male, yes, your children is priority. But that's when you also start to train and teach the children the possibility that mama may have a husband in the house or daddy get ready to have a wife in the house, and the person needs to be respected as my husband, respected as my wife. Might not ever be your daddy, might ever be your mama, but they are mine to be respected as. That's a different teaching. What I'm teaching is you have God, this person finds you, he has the head being God, he now becomes the head of the family unit that y'all making. You become, now watch this is what's so powerful. When you don't let anything replace your glory, the glory is not at the feet of the man. The glory ends up being at the head of the man. So even though he is your head, you become his glory. I don't think y'all seen what God did. He makes sure that nobody humanly outranks the other. Because my job is not to dominate you, because he already told me, don't be a lord over her, just be her husband. Don't manipulate him, just be his wife. Because I'm both of y'all heads. Ah, yeah. See, just because the man is the head doesn't mean you come subservient to him. He's not your master or your lord. He's just your king, your boo, your zaddy, your daddy, whatever you want to call him. That's all he is. She's not trying to exert her authority because she is placing glory over you. She's protecting you with divinity, divine. This is not natural. She's not trying to be masculine. She's trying to be divine. And if you allow her to be divine and just cover you, bro, that's not who you're fighting. That's who you're fighting for. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So women, that's how precious you really are. You beyond the bedroom. Who's your daddy? Huh? What's my name? Give it to me. Oh, that's cool and dandy and feels great, man. I done got horny pump in the wind. I'm ready to go. But it ain't nothing like knowing that before you go do that, while you're doing that, and after, that person is your glory. Oh man. Then when you're passionate with them, or rough, or thug, guess what? Whatever they like, you like, y'all like us. The bedroom is undefiled. No one's supposed to be making rules in the bedroom. Everything is supposed to go in the bedroom. That's what the word undefiled means. There is no such thing as restrictions when you get into the bedroom. Well, I don't do this. Nigga, you about to do it in this bedroom. Because it's undefiled. That means there's nothing, well, that ain't proper. You in my bedroom. You ain't in your mom and daddy and your grandmama's, what she trying to tell you. Girl, you know, we don't put out, the Johnson girls don't put their mouth on men. Well, you know, you ain't a Johnson, you're a Coleman. You're a Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Y'all put mouth on everything. Like, don't you bring that foolishness over to your bedroom because there's nothing to foul. But you can feel free to explore things when you have the right kind of glory. But if he keeps on taking your glory and masculine it, making it masculine, trying to make you somewhat like the man in the relationship, then you can't fulfill bedroom pleasure. You can't fulfill kitchen duties. You can't fulfill family gatherings. Because you're too goddamn busy doing something that you wasn't created to do. Am I making sense? Make sense? Yeah, make it make sense. And then he too busy trying to be damn feminine. You need to get him a pad. God dog. Let him wear some of your panties because, bro, being masculine don't mean you beat on me or you taking out the trash or you answering the door and standing at the window like you Malcolm X with a gun. That ain't being masculine. That's being a male. I can raise a dog to do that. Can you guard me in the spirit? Can you counsel with me? Can I feel safe to feel vulnerable with you? Is there anything I can really tell you to make you not want to put me away? Can you imagine when Eve did what she did, with all of the fear on the inside of her, there was some degree of confidence for her to do such an act, because she's not separating Adam from his mom and his daddy. She's going to bring separation between Adam and God. Whoo! That's deep, y'all. But there was a confidence that she had, that when she carried out her part of what needed to be done, he then said, what can I do in life without my glory? If my glory ain't in my life, how good am I? Because I've already been told by God, it ain't good for me to be alone. So if my glory is over here doing this, how dare I just ostracize and put my glory out? What my glory is where I'm at. So that's why when she turned and did and ate and he did eat, they both got put out. But they both got put out together, and they stayed together and still fulfilled populating the world, making sure Cain, Abel, and Seth came, doing the sacrifices and the offerings unto the Lord. Everything is normal, except they just didn't do it in a paradise. They had to create it in a place of pain. Everything had to be done from paradise to pain, but they went from paradise together to pain together to fulfilling the whole purpose of God together. Am I talking good? So don't let nobody, women, on happy Mother's Day to you all. Don't let nobody make you what my mom had to be, a mafa, which is a mother and a father. And this is my last year even telling me that on Father's Day. I might even tell that on Father's Day. Because I'm not making my mama no man. I'm not fixing to make my mama my father, my daddy. He didn't do his job. That's what that is, man. My mother's 1,000% woman, and I am so proud she's 1,000% feminine. I just left the house with her, and man, to see my mama so joyful, a few of her grandkids and great-grandkids and great-great-grandkids go back the house today. And to see her 3 children, her daughter and her 2 sons, it just put a smile on her face. And I couldn't do nothing but just sit back and just smile. She said, son, she said, what's wrong, baby? I said, Mom, I haven't seen you smile like this ever in my life. 53 years, I've not seen my mother smile like this ever. She was full of so much joy at 85 years. If the Lord was to come and get my mother today, Lord, what a great, great memory I have. That my mother has such a beautiful smile. Just seeing her children, her grandchildren, and her great-grandchildren together underneath her roof. And it was just something about how she was looking. Like she was just had so much joy and peace. And it's all because we took away our mother from being masculine a long time ago. I was the last one in the house. And at 10 years old, I told my mother, you don't have to worry about another piece of school clothes. You don't have to worry about nothing. You don't have to worry about buying anything else. Now, I did some illegal stuff to make sure she didn't have to do that. But I also started my own business. That's why I started my lawn service business on one side. And I also did a little pimping at 11. I became a pimp early in life. And not because of my mother. My mother kept me in church. My mother kept me in a good neighborhood. My mother made sure I went to school. It was just the neighborhood I fell into. So I did what was for me to do at the time. But I pushed that lawnmower during the summertime and the spring. I rake leaves in the fall. I shovel snow in the winter. And make sure that the last few years of me being in my mother's house, she didn't have to worry about buying me stuff. She didn't have to worry about walking in that snow. She didn't worry about that. I said, Mom, the big stuff I can't handle, but me, I can handle me. I got me. Because I wasn't going to sit there and subscribe to the fact, well, I didn't ask to be born. Right, she didn't ask to get pregnant either. All she asked was to be a wife that was going to be loved, and she didn't think that my dad was going to end up leaving her with heads of kids in a society where women were considered second class, and she had her own business, and she did the damn thing. And she retired doing her own business, not ever punching in for no man, but worked for herself. And that's why I'm good at the business, and I do have a great example to do it. So women, don't let nobody take away your glory. Don't let nobody denounce you or make you or belittle you or make you less than what you are. Stand firm on who you are. Be proud that you are beautiful and wonderfully made. Doesn't matter your shape, your size, your skin color, your hair texture. You are the glory to some man. Man was not made for you, but you were made for me. Let me tell you another thing how important you are. See, let me go ahead and give you your flowers while y'all can smell it. We wasn't made for you. That was good. That was chilling. Y'all was inside. Y'all was comfortable like a baby. I ain't trying to go out there. I'm cool up in there. I'm growing. Everything's cool. It's kind of tight, but I got it. No, I'm cool. And all of a sudden you got pulled out and like, what the hell is this? Outside? No. Hold on, homie. You was made because God looked at me and says, you kind of looking at that lion is kind of funny there. And you looking at that ape. And you know what Adam told God? He said, listen here, even the ants are humping. He said, everything humping around here, everything is, the horse, everybody, that's like more like a goat, didn't the goat, even the goat, he looked down at the ants are humping, the ants are working, and he said, hey, everything humping but me. Now, well, no, don't look at the ape. I know it looks kind of familiar, but no. And don't look at the lioness, and don't look at the giraffe. I know you think you can go climb that, because no nigga like to climb mountains to feed stuff, right? God said, nigga, go sleep. When he woke up, he looked around and everything, bone of my bones. Did you not notice that God did not have to introduce? So all you people talking about, I'm waiting for the Lord, I'm waiting for the Lord. You ain't gonna wait for the Lord. When that man ready to have him what he want, he gonna pick you. He know exactly what you got the right headlights, you got the right bumper, you got the right back seats, you got everything that man has ever desired, dreamed about, looked at every nasty hustler magazine. You got all of that. If you heals, and if you heals, if you're part of what's supposed to be going on, he gonna tell you. Yep. You got what I want, baby. And everything is going to be copacetic and it's going to gel together. It's going to work. All right? Don't remove your glory. And your glory ain't your hair only. There's some teachings about that too. But your real glory, don't let nothing remove you from your relationship with God. See, that was Eve's number one glory that she had. When Adam was asleep, and I'll stop and say this. When Adam was asleep, there was a moment when Eve was created that I believe that God and her had a conversation. And she got such in tune with God that God said, listen, now I'm going to talk to Adam, Adam's going to talk to you, and as long as you follow what I'm telling Adam and Adam follow what I'm telling him, we're going to be good. And so that's why when Eve is talking to the serpent, she says, well, we've been told not to eat or touch it. Now, the only thing that Adam was told not to do was eat of it. But evidently, he done had a conversation with Eve and said, hey, babe, listen, we've been told not to eat of this fruit, but listen, you can't eat what you don't touch. Don't even touch it. Don't even entertain the conversation with it. And when she touches, when she started talking to it, and then the it became a priority in her life. When he seen her eating of or touching of or conversating with, Adam stood there. He never had a conversation with it, but he partaked in what she did, which made him fall. Because he opened up his eyes to what good and evil really looked like. All Adam knew was good all of this time. He then understood evil. So women, as much as you're a gift to us, you also bring us into a place where we have to make a decision. Do we take you or do we keep our mom and dad? Do we take you? Do we still try to hang out with our friends? Do we take you? Do we still do boy trips and all this? When we make our decision that you are a priority, guess what? Then you got to make that same decision that we are your priority. Stop putting us second to everybody. We're not second to your friends. We're not second to your high school friends, to your mama, none of them. It's God, then us. Plain blank period. Or I promise you, you'll be sitting on my couch, $150 an hour. And I do not take insurance. That's private pay. I appreciate y'all. Once again, happy Mother's Day. Have a great one. Thank you, Instagram, for tuning in. Hopefully I said something that was a blessing to your soul. To all you all, everywhere else, thank you. Appreciate you for tuning in, listening, and hopefully you learned something or you heard something to inspire you to make you a better person. Thank you, YouTube. Appreciate